Farm for Profit Podcast. Take a listen, have a blast. Farm for Profit Podcast. Learn about farming while having a laugh. Farm for Profit Podcast.
Well, listeners, we've had a lot of you write in because of our What's Working in Ag segments. You need to know what is working in the world of marketing right now. It's a troubling time, and a lot of you are worried about what you're going to do with this year's crop and how you're going to start planning for the next growing season. So we brought back Andrew Kubish here with Lighthouse Commodities. Welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, Tanner, thanks. Appreciate you guys having me back. I guess I must not scare too many of your listeners away from our recap at the end of July there. So
No, I think
June, excuse me.
I think you're good. You're right. We did not share a lot of great news, but one thing that our listeners wanted you to dive a little bit deeper into is your Hedge Beacon tool. We talked a little bit about it during the show, but let's spend just a couple of minutes here giving an idea of what this tool is and how it can be put to work in the environment we're in right now.
Yeah, certainly. And I think it behooves us to maybe take a quick little history lesson on the tool. Lighthouse, we're managing marketing on about 45 million bushels of grain every year. And, 3 years ago, we said, just like every farmer, you get so bogged down with all of the noise in the market. Everybody's got their own opinion, and this guy's saying this and that guy's saying that. And, we said, what can we use that just takes the noise away, just as a technical representation of everything that's going on in the market? And so that was the impetus for us creating what we call our Hedge Beacon product now. It's basically just some weighted text signals out there that we've back tested. And, it's definitely changed the way we've helped our guys market. And that's why we, kind of want to just take it to the broader market, because it's something that you don't even have to work with us in the sense of your everyday marketing. You can bolt it on to, if you're selling cash grain to the local co-op, or doing your own hedging in a brokerage account, or working with another advisor. It's a second opinion, but it definitely is something that has been a big change for our business. We hope guys find it as a tool that they can use just to market smarter, use technology that all the big guys out there that we always complain about are against us. We can use the same technology to kind of help ourselves out in the marketplace.
I had somebody approach me the other day, and they said, Corey gives you a lot of crap for not being able to make choices, not being able to make decisions, whether it comes to what I'm going to eat at a fast food restaurant or how this sits, but especially when it comes to grain marketing, that's a tough decision to pull the trigger on. So Hedge Beacon can be a tool, right, to give us a little bit more information to build off of?
Oh, for sure. It's not one of those things that you're just like, I'm doing exactly what this says, but it's May of the year. You hear everybody's getting so bulled up because of planting delays. You look at price signals. It tells you, hey, we're on the high side of where we should be. Let's pull the trigger and get something done here. That same way, we have sell, neutral, and buy signals. Same way, when you're in a buy signal, it's just don't sell something today. There will be better opportunities to come. So that's been really what it boils down to.
Yeah, that's going to be beneficial. Like I said, we know that our listeners need every tool, and they're looking for something that they can use, whether it's in corn, wheat, soybeans. Is there a limit as to what types of crops you at Lighthouse work with?
We cover all the major hedgeable ag commodities. We even, if somebody really has a desire, we actually have some charts like on our product for cotton and rice and some of the oddities, so to speak, and even follow some of the livestock signals. So certainly, there's something out there for everyone if you want to see what we have on that side of things.
So as we kind of dive in today, you did bring some charts that you wanted to share with our audience. It's going to force them to go out to YouTube or tune in on social media. So if you're audio only, we'll do our best to describe them, right? But
yeah, for sure.
What do you got to share?
Yeah, pretty simple. Let me throw up my screen here real quick.
Yeah, this is fun when we get to use this virtual technology to be able to give our listeners just an added piece there. So what do you got here?
So obviously, somebody's got to build a fancy splice marketing page. But one thing to note too is, we give a free 1 month subscription to this product, and more just want to get it out there for folks. But beyond that, just kind of want to look at the three major commodity charts here, or I should say corn and beans. We have Minneapolis wheat too, which obviously is a little bit more specialty, but just kind of help us get a gauge of where we were at here. And I'm going to blow this up just a little bit bigger so everybody can see. But this is what our website looks like. You can go there and you can look at charts for the last 8 years or 9 years of data or whatever. But this was a snapshot from April 1st to July 11th this year, and maybe not as definitive as a sell signal as we've wanted, but as your listeners that can't see this, as we approached early May here, our red bar, which is our price signal bar, got into the 75 point range, which was what we would consider a sell signal. And basically at that point, started alerting both our internal customers and those, we do have some standalone Hedge Beacon subscribers too, and just said, hey, we really need to start getting some sales on. We think this planning delays rally, this is in the window of a typical seasonal move. And, obviously we had just a day or two there, but, we had a few days of better prices as we moved along here after we peaked. And that gave us the window to say, let's just keep laying into this. And as the days went by, it seemed more indicative this was a planning delays rally, and, just kept laying into stuff. If you note here on the, from today, the July 12th signal, which is a screenshot of what we've got, is a buy signal on new crop corn today. Not saying that you necessarily go buy futures today or something crazy like that, but there's probably a better opportunity coming. Maybe not a May opportunity, but there's probably a better day or two ahead. And looking at the July WASDE from today would indicate that there might be a little bit of push higher here in the short term.
So the users that use this tool, I know that's a mouthful, right? Users that use this tool, when they saw those signals above that sell threshold, how much did they take action? What percentage of crops sold right now?
For our internal customers, 50 to 65%. I mean, we don't necessarily recommend a percentage, for each guy, because everybody's situation is a little different. But you're getting a daily email and text with, the price signals and stuff. So you should, again, the whole impetus of it is anytime you're up here, in the seasonal time frame of a, May to July move, we should be acting on it. And obviously everybody's comfort level is different as it relates to that. But, certainly, at least for our internal guys, we're 50+% hedged pretty much across the board on most crops.
Well, that's probably not news a lot of our listeners want to hear, because they're going to feel maybe a little bit bad about the position that they're sitting in. But we know that this is a tool that might be able to provide a little bit of hope for them in the future. Did you have another chart on soybeans?
Yeah, certainly. And I mean, echoes the same, sentiment that, early May had a, sell signal. We had a couple week window here of, hey, prices are hanging up where we kind of peaked out in early May. And, same thought, just getting around to everybody, saying, hey, this thing planning delays rallies traditionally don't last very long. And that was part of our, you also see our weekly commentary from Dave, who's our company president, who puts out weekly video commentary and emphasizing alongside these daily charts that, things don't last when you get into these planning delays. So not to gloat on, why we did what, trying to make somebody feel bad. These are the things that, if you're super busy, and I think that's where everybody got this May, was I didn't remember to do something because I was too worried about getting the crop in the ground. And here's a simple tool that, I think I hear the market on the radio, and I quick look at my texts in the morning from Hedge Beacon, and, I should probably act on that before I get too busy on the day and get some grain sold. And that's, simple, easy, which makes it sound a lot easier than it is, because we all know there's a lot of emotion involved, but trying to take some of that out of there and just make a simple, easy decision.
Yeah, you're right. It's not going to be easy, especially when you're looking at potential lower prices than where you had the opportunity to sell at. So if you're sitting here having a conversation right now through the radio to a new listener that has not reached out to Lighthouse in the past, what do you say the first steps are if they want to learn more about this?
Yeah, certainly. Just head out to our website, lighthousecommodities.com. We've got a top of the page there, Hedge Beacon link. Like I said, real easy to sign up. You don't need credit card information, 3-month trial. Like what you see, obviously, we may not like what we see from the actual market's perspective, maybe for the next couple months. But I think looking back at where we've landed historically, and I think it's a tool that bolts on well to just about anybody, and no matter how they're looking at doing their marketing today.
Well, Andrew, we appreciate you taking the time again. You don't certainly have to do this for our listeners, but being able to provide them an opportunity to try before they drive type of a situation, especially in the environment that we're in, we probably have a lot of folks that are looking for a little extra help making some really tough decisions as we go into fall. So really do appreciate you taking that time again.
Yeah, appreciate it, Tanner. And yeah, it's just want to give the farmer another tool out there that makes life a little easier.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that wraps up our What's Working in Ag segment for today.